All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to our morning note. It is Wednesday, July 14th, 2021. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join me. Before we begin, make sure to click bottom right-hand corner of your screen. There's a little white icon there. Click on that. It's our logo. Turn on notifications to our channel. Subscribe to our channel. Like our videos. Comment. Really do appreciate it as always. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Dow futures are up 94 points, Nasdaq up 101, S&P futures up 17. Russell 2000 futures are up. Nice bounce back from yesterday's fall, up 0.69%. Crude oil is up slightly, 0.16%. Gold is up 1.15%. Silver is up 1.26%. Bonds are bouncing back as well, meaning bond prices, yields are falling, and the VIX is down about 5.2%. So here we go. Dollar yen as well for my Forex people is down about 50 pips, 110.13. 118.19 for the euro dollar, up 44 pips. And looks like crypto futures are bouncing as well. 1951 on Ethereum, 32,350 on Bitcoin. All right, so a couple things that I'm watching. If you remember yesterday, I posted the market recap, but I actually typed it. So I did like a quick little poll yesterday. What would you guys prefer, a video like I do on IGTV or an actual type up? 52 to 48, pretty close. You guys like both, but that's a good sign. But looks like what I'll do to kind of make everyone happy is to do both. So I'm gonna kind of go back and forth for a little bit. I'll do the typing. You guys seem to like that, and then I can go back to videos. We did 50 episodes of the aftermarket recap on video, which was cool. So again, I have no issues doing it. But again, kind of just switching it up, maybe for individuals who prefer just to read like they read the news. So again, just trying to give you guys more content, more analysis, and more information to help you guys out. That's really the key. And don't forget, we do a video every morning anyway. So if you really like to hear my soothing voice, I guess, you have it at 9 a.m. daily. All right, so looking at it here, a couple of headlines that came out. If you were reading our Twitter and reading Instagram this morning, a couple of them I'll read it right now for you. Apple is seeking 20% increase in iPhone production in the current year, has asked supply build 90 million next generation phones this year. So that's really big news for Apple. Again, I talked about that yesterday on the market recap, that yesterday's price action really gave an opportunity to look at these mega cap names with strong balance sheets, good cash flow, great management. And I mean, obviously I typed it after the bell, but again, if you were a holder of these names, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, you're going to be pretty much rewarded today for your patience, obviously through yesterday, which wasn't really much of a big deal. So again, that was really what I was looking for. I do have some Microsoft calls. I do have some Apple calls that I'm holding. So again, good stuff to see. Let me go ahead and move this out of the way. Good stuff to see. Couple levels I'm watching for. I had a break above 148 on Apple. I have the 150 calls this week with our unusual options activity channel. There was some really great volume on it, so I'm in it. A break of 148 was what I was looking for. Let's see if it holds above 148. It should. I'm expecting it to maybe get to 149. Maybe this morning I catch it and just get rid of it because it's for this week's expiry. Microsoft, I also have the 280-250 calls. I'm basically in the money with the team. A break of 283 would basically confirm what we have, even with the fall yesterday. Demand should be high on these names, Microsoft and Apple. So if you're looking for a quick scalp, possible you can take a look at the 150 calls for Apple and possibly the 283s for Microsoft if that's the case. So again, that's what I'm watching for. I hate for you guys to chase, but we're already in it. So again, it's just something to watch for. On NQ, the highs is 14,994, nearly 15,000. I'm expecting that to tap today. I'm expecting all-time highs in E-mini futures today, 43.83. Maybe get around to 43.90. Be nice to get us to 4,400. We do have Powell speaking today, but he already has some prepared remarks that nothing is really changing. I'll go ahead and read it to you. Powell says, Fed is still ways off in altering policy, expects inflation to moderate. Markets are liking that, obviously. PPI index came out. This is producer price index. That came out earlier today at 8:30. The PPI final demand 7.3, estimate of 6.7%, so higher than expected. PPI excluding food and energy. This is producer price index. So what companies are paying for these goods and services. 5.6% versus the 5.1% excluding food and energy year over year. PPI excluding food and energy trade is 5.5 versus 5.6. So actually less than expected on that level. So something to watch for. So a lot of information came out today. A lot of price upgrades came out today. If you are a member of our team, let me see if I can start reading them out to you. A couple of names that were price upgraded. We do it every morning on the upgrades and downgrades channel. I'll give you some of the highlights. Pepsi-Cola was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times price raised. PayPal was also price raised today. Also some news on Trade Desk. They're working with Microsoft. Let me go ahead and get you that information. So Microsoft going up on that. Teladoc, TDOC, to collaborate with Microsoft to create unified practice experience for clinicians, whatever, or for clinics, excuse me. Teladoc Health. So let's take a look at Teladoc Health really quickly. I can show you that here. And they are up nicely about $4 a share, just about $4 a share. Also DAL, which is Delta Airlines, again, one of our top 10 stocks of 2021. They're up pre-market on their report. You can see they're at 41.72, about a 40-cent move. They're up about 1%. Alibaba also and Tencent are contemplating a collaboration to open ecosystems to one another. We retweeted that. That was from the Wall Street Journal. You can see Alibaba, nice break above 212.82. We had the 212.50 calls yesterday. We had them for a couple of days. A lot of our members were worried because the price action wasn't great, but we stuck to it. We expected that gap to fill. It did. It broke, and it continued to rise. I actually got into some unusual options activity on Alibaba yesterday for the 215s for July 30th. The only thing I regret is that I didn't send it out to UOA. I was a little nervous on this one, so I went personal on it. I just did it myself, and it looks like it should pay out. But again, obviously due to BABA during the volatility of the price action, I really didn't want to send it again because obviously a lot of people would have been like, damn, again, Alibaba. So I played it close to the chest, and I just played it myself. I should be rewarded this morning. Looking at some other news here, I think Apple, JP Morgan adds stock to its analyst focus list. JP Morgan raises price target from 170 to 175. You know what my opinion is on Apple? I think Apple's a great company. Could it hit 150 by this week? It could, but Friday, guys, be very careful on Friday. Friday is triple witching day. This is the third Friday of every month. So again, you have a lot of OPEX coming out. I expect some volatility on Friday, a little bit of a pullback. You know, I'm a bullish guy, but again, I expect a pullback on Friday due to the quad witching. The triple witching. So if you have anything for this week, I'd make sure to close it either today or tomorrow because Friday we're probably going to get a little bit of a pullback. So something to look out for. But again, I love BABA long term. I added some BABA at 202 with the investment club on that dip. I'm happy I did. I'm going to ride that thing. Again, BABA is one of my larger positions, not too big, but one of my larger ones, and I love the stock long term. So again, I rate it as a buy, no issue there. Let's go ahead and answer some questions here. This one's going to be a quick one because I have live trading with with our YouTube Premium. What are your thoughts on BABA? I already answered. I love that news. I like the fact that Tencent and BABA are going to be working together and kind of bringing down the walls. George is asking, good morning, what is a good level of support to buy Google shares? For me, I think I had it here. No, I had Google, sorry. Let me go and bring up the daily here. I actually had the alert here at 24.44.63 is my level. Once it breaks that, I'll go ahead and buy some shares. I don't even have Google, the individual stock, but I have SpyG, which is, I think Google is the third largest holding of it. So I always get the benefit of that. Looking at any dip to buy, levels to buy on Penn. I added Penn already, so again, I'm happy with it. BA, looking for 215.21 to add more. Curious why your team likes DAL over airlines to own. We explained it on the podcast. If you want to read it, listen to it, it's on Spotify. We did it in January. I break down all the top 10 of 2021. Clove, we got out of that a whiles back, and I think we got around, I forget what was the price we got out, but we got out at profit. If it gets to $6, maybe for a speculative swing, but I ain't touching Clove right now. I'm happy with that. Other than you're trading it, I wouldn't own it. Expect financials to rise with strong earnings. Well, BAC missed and they're down. Citibank beat and they're up. Goldman Sachs was price upgraded as well. They're slightly down pre-market. I like Goldman Sachs a lot. I posted that chart on Instagram. I want to buy Goldman Sachs at 363.03. JPM got hit with earnings, obviously, but they're up pre-market. So let's see if we can break 157.30. My level to buy more shares is right under 150. GS and JPM are my focus list for financials to get on a dip buy. Where's the rotation happening this week? We had that yesterday with that 30-year bond auction, but for the most part, you couldn't hold big cap tech down. Again, I repeated it. Q3 is going to be about mega cap tech. They're going to soar. If you see any opportunities to buy some and add to your portfolio for long term, you seize it. So again, Friday, I'll have my wallet open, ready to buy some stocks if they hit my levels. Again, I don't care about, a 0.25% drop. I want some deep discounts personally. NIO versus BYD. I don't know what BYD is, but I love NIO and I own that. So BYD, again, I have no idea what that is, so I can't give you an educated decision, an educated guess or decision on that. But I do love NIO long term. I had some NIO calls; those went to hell. I had the 55s, bad price action. It happens. I'll take the L. That's what it is. But that's where we are. What do you think? Why do you think a dip will occur on Friday? Because it's triple witching day. Triple witching day is options expiry day. So again, you get a lot of volatility, usually to the downside. Again, it's not a for sure thing, but again, more than likely. Let's just say a greater than a 65% chance that we'll get back down. I'm not a fortune teller, but again, all you do is really just play the probabilities and the odds. And the odds are we're going to get a down tick on Friday. Does that mean you should sell everything today? Absolutely not. But that's where we are. Tesla and a square price to add. On Tesla, let me go and bring up the dailies, bottom right hand corner. 583.23 is my level to buy and to add more, excuse me. And I think there was one other one, Square. Square right at 200 is perfect. That's a really great level. Let me go ahead and move my alert. I had it at 150 before. So 201, I put that alert, same thing. Does Tesla reach 700 next week? That's a really good question. Remember, they have earnings coming up in a couple of weeks. So 700 is heavy resistance. I'm assuming some really big overhead supply. It's almost like a quad top in a say. I say it breaks it, so I expect that, but I wouldn't buy calls just based on that. Microsoft buying level you like? My God, I love Microsoft. Where would I buy? Right around 262. Seems about right. That was pretty much your prior resistance. And 260 seems about fine, so I just moved my alert. Thoughts on Sophie? I don't know what I haven't researched Sophie. I'm assuming it's something financials, so I have to do a little more research. So I can't really give you much information on it. But if a break of 12 would be a buy level, I think I put an alert there. I don't know why. I think someone in Investment Club asked me, so I just put it on there. I don't know much about SoFi or Sophie. I'd have to go ahead and research it a bit more. I don't want to just give you information off the cuff. I think you guys deserve better than that. But that's where we are today. So again, I have some Apple, I have some BABA, I have some Microsoft. I expect to close that today and clean up my portfolio, my holdings in regards to calls. So far, so good. I'm pretty happy with that. And let's see what's next. Will Netflix continue to start running? Netflix really has to break above, I believe, 560. If that does, then you can get that run to all-time high. But 560 seems to be that really heavy resistance. How much volume is considered unusual and needed for a trade? Don't base everything just on volume. It helps, but again, you still need the chart to line up. Just don't buy something because there's a lot of volume. Tesla has a lot of volume. Apple always has a lot of volume. SPY always has a lot of volume. Doesn't mean anything. But again, anything above 10,000 usually is unusual. There's some exceptions. Tesla always has volume, and SPY always has volume. Apple always has volume. Bank of America always has volume. Those four tend to always have above 10,000. So it's not very unusual when they do. So don't base it just on that, guys. I don't want you guys depending on unusual volume because that's not really the only trading strategy. It's like saying I only work out chest and arms every day and expect to be a bodybuilder. Nah, man, you got to hit those legs. You got to hit that squats. You can't just do chest and arms every day. Anyone here who lifts understands what I'm talking about. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and leave it there. I got to check in with the YouTube Premium guys, get them ready for the day. We have our live trading session. If you would like to join, keep in mind, let me see if I can get this going. And make sure to join us quickly before we begin. Let me get this going. You go to trading services. If I can get this going. I know why it's not working. Of course. And let me reset. And of course the website, our website is not working because our browser sucks, or my browser sucks. Let me go ahead and do a new window. My apologies. There we go. Go to trading services, YouTube subscription, and then sign up. I'm gonna get started here in a little bit. So again, if you like the morning note, this is our live YouTube subscription. I trade live every week for an hour. It's usually on Tuesdays, but I'm doing it today on a Wednesday. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you later for the aftermarket recap. Happy trading, team.